The first time I spoke about my obsession with Thanobotany, my family laughed. My father's booming voice echoed in the cramped kitchen, drowning out the soft clinks of forks on plates. "You're wasting your life on some twisted fantasy, Emma. Plants that grow on dead bodies? You've lost your mind, kiddo." My mother, shaking her head, chimed in. "It's unhealthy, Emma. You need to focus on something sensible, something real." I tried to explain. I had exposed toxic mold in a hospital and lost my job because of it. The panic I caused was dismissed as hysteria, but I knew I had uncovered a truth too uncomfortable for them to grasp. So, I dove deeper into the decay-loving flora that hinted at secrets buried beneath the earth, secrets that called to me like a siren in the dark. Years slipped by like shadows cast by flickering candlelight. I became a pariah in the eyes of my family, an outcast to my peers. The scientific community branded me a lunatic, but I persevered, fueled by the desire to expose the hidden horrors lying in the soil of our ignorance. I traveled to abandoned graveyards and desolate landscapes, collecting samples of the very plants they mocked. I documented their patterns, their decay, and their whispering spores that communicated with a language I was beginning to understand. Then I stumbled upon a remarkable discovery. A species of fungi dark as midnight that thrived on human remains. They were more than mere plants. They were ancient carriers of knowledge, capable of revealing the truths of those who had passed. I was no longer lost. I was reborn, a vessel of something greater. But the process was not without cost. Each encounter with these botanical relics chipped away at my sanity, blurring the lines of my existence. I felt the presence of the dead surrounding me, their whispers echoing in my mind. I could sense their stories, stories of betrayal, suffering, and an unforgiving reckoning. When I finally returned home, it was under the shadow of recognition. News outlets hailed me as a pioneer in the field. I walked through the door of my childhood home, my heart pounding in my chest, heavy with the weight of everything I had endured. My family stood there, their faces a mix of incredulity and fear. I was no longer the broken daughter they had dismissed. I was a living reminder of the horrors they had scorned. "Emma?" My mother's voice trembled as she took a step back, her eyes widening at my appearance. I was draped in a long, dark cloak, the hem trailing like shadows. My skin had a pallor that spoke of long-forgotten graves, and my hair fell in unkempt tendrils around my gaunt face. "They laughed at me," I whispered, the words tumbling out like a dark confession. "But I survived. Let me show you what I learned." As I unveiled my findings, the room thickened with an otherworldly tension. I set down a glass jar, inside which writhed the dark fungi, a mass of undulating filaments that pulsed with a sinister energy. The room fell silent, the air crackling with a charged dread. I could feel their disbelief coiling around them, a tangible force pressing against their chests. "Emma, you've gone too far," my father said, his bravado faltering. "This isn't a game. You shouldn't." "Shouldn't what?" "Know the truth?" I interrupted, my voice rising with intensity. "You taught me to fear the unknown, but the unknown is where the answers lie. It's where the dead speak." I opened the jar, and a cloud of spores erupted into the air, swirling like dark smoke. I felt a rush of